Their long struggle was finally at an end. The Emperor, Pandemonium, the monsters plaguing the world, all had vanished without a trace. Peace had returned once more. The wounds of the war would mend, and the memory of those bitter days would fade. But one thing would never be forgotten: that a band of young heroes once saved the world. And here are the closing credits for Final Fantasy II. Well, another LP has come and gone, folks. How did you like Final Fantasy II? A lot of people have mixed feelings about this game. I've always loved it, though. The leveling up system really throws a lot of people, but for some reason I just found it kind of enjoyable. Kind of like leveling up the magic spells and having your HP and MP increase based on what you do in battle and all your other statistics too. So yeah, that makes this game kind of a unique experience. So now we're going to get to see all of the staff for the Dawn of Souls version here. Well, I guess you probably noticed that the bestiary was only 75% complete when we got up to the Emperor. There's still 25% of that bestiary left to go. And the reason for that is there is a bonus dungeon to go through. That's right, here in the Dawn of Souls version of Final Fantasy II, there's a special bonus dungeon called the Soul of Rebirth, which is very difficult, especially at the very beginning of it. I'm kind of dreading the very beginning of it because in the past I've had a very hard time with it, but it is a lot of fun and it adds some extra perspective to the story, I guess you could say. So that's going to be my next project, starting pretty soon. We'll start going through an LP of the Soul of Rebirth, and it's going to feature 4 of the characters that perished in the main portion of the game. So it's kind of cool that they could take those characters and have a side story for them, even in death, as you will see. So yeah, Final Fantasy II, it was a very good storyline. In fact, it had much more of a storyline than Final Fantasy I did. Very nice to see some personalization to the main characters of the game, plus some extra supporting casts such as Hilda and Gordon. And Leon being the Dark Knight, that was kind of a surprise, kind of the first surprise of the Final Fantasy series, I guess you could say. David Ribbs Carrillo, I see him in just about all the credits for these Game Boy versions of the Final Fantasy games. So let me know what you thought about this LP. Hopefully you found it very enjoyable. Hopefully it helped you through the game. And hopefully you found it entertaining. And there is the end. So here we go. This is Vortex259 bidding you farewell on this LP of Final Fantasy II. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you again in our next LP.